Good morning students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic fruit and seed. This is from the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. So watch the entire lecture to get basics out of it. So without any delay, let's start with the topic fruit and seed from the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. So let's start. Let's start with the topic fruit and seed. So you can see the picture of fruit I have given, the picture of seed I have given. Now fruit. So what is a fruit? It is a ripened ovary developed after fertilization. It is a characteristic features of the flowering plant. So a fruit formed without fertilization of ovary is called parthenocarpic fruit. So again I repeat, what is a parthenocarpic fruit? A fruit formed without fertilization of ovary is called parthenocarpic fruit. In mango and coconut, fruit is called drupe. So in mango and coconut, fruit is called drupe. They are one-seeded and develop from monocarpellary superior ovaries. So in mango and coconut, fruit is called drupe. They are one-seeded and develop from monocarpellary superior ovaries. So what is fruit? Fruit is a ripened ovary developed after fertilization. So you can see the pictures of fruit on the right hand side. Banana are there, apples are there, tomatoes are there, strawberries are there, coconut are there, mango are there. Now a fruit consists of a pericarp and seed. So pericarp is also called fruit wall. So it may be dry or fleshy. Thick and fleshy pericarp is differentiated into outer pericarp, middle mesocarp and inner endocarp. So you can see the structure of fruit. Three different labelings are given: outer exocarp, middle mesocarp and inner endocarp. So you can see the seed also. So endocarp is what? It is a hard shell. Alright, and endosperm, you see, and mesocarp is also there, exocarp is also there. Now in mango, the pericarp is well differentiated into thin epicarp, fleshy edible mesocarp and stony hard endocarp. So in mango, the pericarp is well differentiated into thin epicarp, fleshy edible mesocarp and stony endocarp. That means the endocarp is very hard and the mesocarp is a fleshy one. In coconut, the mesocarp is fibrous. So in coconut, the mesocarp is fibrous. So you can see the picture below. The structure of fruit is given where epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp, seed, everything is given. Now moving to seed. What is a seed? Alright. So it is a mature ovule develops after fertilization. So when a mature ovule is developed or when the ovule matures, it forms seed. So a seed is made up of seed coat and embryo. A seed is made up of seed coat and embryo. Embryo is made up of radicle and embryonal axis and one or two cotyledons. So embryo is made up of radicle, embryonal axis and one or two cotyledon. So one cotyledon is seen in wheat and maize and two cotyledon are seen in gram and pea. So you can see the seed coat, hilum, micropyle are given, plumule are there, radicals are there, two cotyledons are there, endosperms are there, embryo are there. Everything is given. You can see. Now the structure of seed. First I'll discuss the structure of dicotyledonous seed. The structure of dicotyledonous seed. The outermost covering of seed is called seed coat. The outermost covering of seed is called seed coat, and seed coat has two layers, that is outer testa and inner tegmen. Seed coat has how many layers? It has two layers. What are they? Outer test and inner tegment. On the seed coat, there is a scar called hilum through which the developing seeds are attached to the fruit. Above the hilum is a small pore called micropyle. So you can see plumule are there, epicotyl are there, testa are there, tegmen are there, hypocotyl are there, radicle are there, cotyledon are there. So within the seed coat is the embryo. Alright, so within the seed coat there is an embryo consisting of an embryonal axis and two cotyledons. So cotyledons are fleshy and full of reserve food material. At the two ends of embryonal axis, the radicle and plumule are present. So in some seeds such as castor, the endosperm is formed due to double fertilization. So in some seeds called castor, the endosperm is formed due to double fertilization. It is a food storing tissue. So in plants such as bean, gram and pea, the seeds are non-endospermic. That means endosperm is not seen in mature seeds. So in plants such as bean, gram and pea, the seeds are non-endospermic. That means endosperm is not seen in mature seeds like in castor seeds, bean and gram. So again I repeat, in castor they have an endosperm, whereas in gram and bean they don't have, the seeds doesn't have an endosperm. Now moving to the structure of monocotyledon seed, generally the monocot seed are endospermic but some are non-endospermic. Example, orchids. So we see generally monocot seed are endospermic but some are non-endospermic. Example, orchids. So in cereals like maize, the seed coat is membranous and generally fused with fruit wall. The endosperm is bulky and stores food. The outer covering of endosperm separates the embryo by a protein layer called aleuron layer. So the outer covering of endosperm separates the embryo by a protein layer called aleuron layer. So you can see the structures: scutellum, coleoptile, plumule, coleorhiza, radicle, aleuron layer, endosperm, everything is given. This is the structure of monocotyledon seed. So the embryo is small and situated in a groove at one end of the endosperm. So it consists of one large and a shield shaped cotyledon known as scutellum. Alright, and a short axis with plumule and radicle. So the plumule is protected by a sheath called coleoptile. So the plumule is covered by a sheath called coleoptile and radicle is protected by a sheath called coleorhiza. So you can see the figures given of coleoptile, coleorhiza, radicle, plumule, scutellum. So this plumule give rise to shoot system and radicle give rise to root system. So this was all about the fruit and seed. In seed I have discussed about monocot seed and dicot seed. Thank you students. This was all about the entire video lecture. Here I have discussed about the topic fruit and seed from the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. So hope you have understood the video lecture. So stay at home, stay safe. I am Shamu Jessar signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you students.